What's happening, Cowboy Nation? This is GenX Cowboy coming to you from Family First Sports, where we talk all Dallas Cowboy football. What's happening? We're going to get into this minicamp, man. But first, I want to talk about Schottenheimer. I want to go ahead and get into the game plan, man. The game plan is going to be deep. The game plan is going to be about Schottenheimer, Sam Williams, Cooper Beebe. I got some nuggets for y'all today, man. Let's get into it. I want to talk about Schottenheimer and his press conference. Man, he revealed some things today in his press conference that made me see a whole nother side of this dude. I want you guys to listen to how he explains how in Cleveland, how when his dad came so close to winning those championships or getting to a championship, how he came so close and why his approach in coaching is the way it is today. Y'all check this out.
I remember, I was fortunate my dad kept me involved in a lot of this stuff, which is where the family piece comes in. But I remember after the game going down in the locker room and just the feeling just felt like it was a funeral. And then when you get older and you get into the business, Tim, you're like, you get it. I mean, the sacrifices that these young men make with their time, their body, their health, all those things, to commit to something, a dream, a vision, a goal, and to be so close and to have it come up short in one of really two of the most devastating. The drive wasn't as bad as the fumble. The fumble was worse because, again, for those that remember, a little bit of a football historian, I guess, but they were down 21-3 at halftime. They came ripping back in Denver the very next year. Ernest Biner, the stats, I don't remember the stats, but it was incredible. He went crazy in the second half and got them back into the game. And to lose the way they did on a simple play. Again, it happens, but Webster Slaughter, he's the single receiver, and he's got man-to-man with Jeremiah Castillo, and he goes to run him off and probably didn't run him off far enough, and so Jeremiah looks back, and when Ernest bounced the ball to the left, I remember like it was yesterday. It's crazy, I can remember all these things. But literally, he never saw him. He came from the side, and Ernest never saw him. And when you look at the film, if you pull up the highlight today, you can see the absolute misery of Ernest, which he had laid his heart and soul out on the field. And he's laying there at the 1 yard line, devastated. And I think it was Cody Rise, and I won't be right, but a player went and picked him up and supported him. And without that, you have nothing. And that's why you guys ask me all the time about the connection piece and stuff like that. Like these things that these young men try to do around the league, not just here, it's different. They commit something and they give it their all. Not for money, not for fame and things like that. Yeah, that's nice, but they do it because they love one another, and those are ones that stick with you.
What you guys don't know about me is that I am a 50-year Cowboy fan, but I'm also a 50-year football fan. I've been watching football for a long time. I remember that game. I watched that game from the beginning to the end. Even though they wasn't the Cowboys, I just love football. And I remember Ernest Biner having a game of his life. I'm talking about his life. See, I remember when Schottenheimer was this close to going to the Super Bowl or the championship. He was this close. And I remember that game when he fumbled, man, and Ernest Biner, he was like devastated. He played his heart out, man. And back in those days, it was a lot rougher than it is now. And he played his heart out. And he fumbled that ball, man. I know exactly what Coach Schottenheimer is talking about. And now it makes sense how he goes all out for his players. It makes total sense now. I am 100% on board with this guy being our head coach. Because he's doing it the right way. I don't know what he's going to do on the field against Philadelphia. I don't know how he's going to coach. But from everything I've seen, not only am I drinking the Kool-Aid, I'm making the Kool-Aid now. I was clowning the dude yesterday about, man, Schottenheimer ain't did nothing yet. They ain't did nothing yet. We got all this faith in this guy, and he hasn't done anything yet. But after today, after hearing this guy talk, and I've heard him talk before, but not like this. He went into deep detail about his father too. And, you know, I'm a big Marty Schottenheimer fan. Big Marty Schottenheimer fan. I don't know this cat like that. But his dad, I was down with it. That's why I watched the game, because I was a Schottenheimer fan. And I remember that game. And he remembered everything in detail. And that tells me everything about how this guy's going to approach, how he's going to coach this team, how he relates to the players. It tells me everything about him. I'm all on board with you, Schottenheimer. Let's move on, man. Let's talk about Sam Williams. Sam Williams surprised me the other day. He didn't have a knee brace on. Him and Micah had a competition where they was trying to see who comes off the ball the fastest. And this dude was beating Micah without a knee brace. Now, let me make you understand something. Sam Williams, before he got hurt the year before, Sam Williams was a beast. Yes, he did make some bonehead plays in Dallas. He did, right? But I thought last year, if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, he was going to have his best season of his life. So if he's fully healed, 100%, he ain't got the knee brace on, he beating Micah off the snap. If this dude can come back, that means we got Dante Fowler. We got Donovan Ezeraku. We got Sam Williams and Michael Parsons. Man, please. Hey, they're going to have to see us. I'm telling you right now, they're going to have to see us. Let's move on, man. We're going to talk about Cooper Beebe. Now, I want to get into the press conference where Schottenheimer talked about Cooper Beebe and his value and what he brings to the ball club. Y'all check this out.
Yeah, buddy. Just want to ask you about Cooper Beebe. Last year, he was making the transition from guard to center. This year, as you see him growing in that role, how do you see the mental aspects of IDing front, setting protections, things like that, and where he's at mentally playing the position?
You know, Sod, he was incredible last year for having never played the position. The biggest thing was not learning. The learning's easy. It's the communication, you know. Now with some of the things that we're doing in terms of movements and stuff, like pre-snap movements and stuff, the challenge for him, which he's passing with flying colors, has been you sometimes make a point and then you got to make a different ID or a point. But the command of what he has now is really cool to see. And like he and Dak actually have gone back and forth a couple times where it's like, you know, Cooper's like, we're going here. And Dak's like, no, I want to go there. Cooper's like, no, we're going here. Dak's like, yeah, go there. We're good. Yeah. You know, whereas last year that wouldn't have happened. So there's a command and a confidence that Cooper has. And, you know, I'm a huge Cooper Beebe fan, but I'm also a big believer on the importance of a center. Some of the best teams I've ever been on, I'll talk about the New York Jets, was having a guy like Nick Mangold in the middle, driving things, and you go back, you know, to the great Steelers teams, Mike Webster. I mean, the center position, some people blow it off. They touch the ball on every play. And if you don't have the right one, man, it's hard. And he's certainly the right one.
He's certainly the right one. That's what he said. The command is the word that stuck out to me. The command he has for the offense. See, when you have a center who is on the same page of the quarterback, things change. This is why I think we're going to have a fantastic run game this season. Not only because of Clayton Adams, also because of Cooper Beebe and his second year jump. He wasn't bad last year. He was pretty good last year, right? But he wasn't great. He had some times where he was struggling at some points. But this year, I think he's going to put it all together. He has command. He has more confidence. And I think Cooper Beebe is going to take off this year, man. I really do. All right, guys, I want to talk about Joe Milton. Let's talk about Joe Milton a little bit here. I want to see if you guys see what I see. With a little tweaks to his game, I see a superstar in the making in Joe Milton. And here's why. RG3 came out with an article a while ago about quarterbacks in today's NFL. And he gave reasons why today's NFL, you need to have an athletic quarterback. Joe Milton checks that box. We don't have to worry about his athleticism, right? Secondly, his arm. We all know the arm strength. Nobody can argue with the arm strength of a Joe Milton. It's legendary, right? But what does he need to work on to make him an elite quarterback? His accuracy and reading the defenses, right? Now, we got Schottenheimer, who, in my opinion, he's a QB coach, head coach, right? So you got him and Dak working with Joe Milton, who has legs and has a strong arm, and all he needs to do is tweak his game. I see superstar written all over this cat. I really do. And I'm telling you, the Patriots made a mistake letting this guy go. I don't see him starting this year or next year. But we have our future quarterback. This guy went 8 for 8 in practice the other day. There's an 8 for 8 or 10 for 10. It was one of the two. He ain't missed no throws. I'm telling you, man, if we can tweak this guy's game, he has all the tools. He has all the intangibles to be a superstar in this league. If he can get his accuracy together and just tweak his game just a little bit, we may have us something special. All right, guys, let's get back to it. Jonathan Mingo is balling in this offseason, guys. Every time we hear any kind of reports, his name keeps coming up. We got a deep room, man. We got a deep room. So just Jonathan Mingo, keep going, bro. Keep going, keep doing. And who knows where we may need you in the future. So keep it going. Let's talk about Kaiir Elam. Now, at some point, we're going to have to say this guy just needed another team to go to. Because this dude balling. I know it ain't nothing but minicamp and OTAs. I get it. I understand that. But this dude has been balling, bro. It seems like every practice, he is knocking down balls. You hear his name. You can't keep him out of the press. That tells me something, man. This man just needed another shot in another program. And sometimes that's all you need. We got to remember this guy was a first-round pick. You know, coaching is everything, man. All right, guys, I want to get into my fan spotlight. I got a couple of comments that I want to address. Now, this is coming from Eddie Jones, 8540. And we were talking about Javonte Turpin. And he said the wide receiver who is coming up short is number 9. It's going to be hard to get him the ball. Let's just break down Javonte Turpin. Javonte Turpin is a weapon. If Javonte Turpin was in Kansas City, we all know what Andy Reid will be doing with Javonte Turpin. We got so many weapons now. Don't let him go unnoticed and not used like he's supposed to. Don't just use him for the kickoff return. Turpin is dangerous. He's dangerous in the open field. So we definitely got to use him. All right, let's address the second part of his comment. He's responding to my comment about Mozzie and what I said about Mozzie getting his stuff together, or the rookie's going to take his spot. And this is what he said about that. He says Mozzie is starting. In fact, look at Mozzie's last 7 games. He figured it out. Now he's back at 330, 325. And if you go back and look at last year, Mozzie really didn't have a bad year per se. I'm just tired of seeing Mozzie getting blowed off the ball, man. I'm tired of that, right? I've seen that too much in his career in Dallas. And I'm just tired of him getting blown off the ball. But I did see some good in Mozzie last year. He had some really good games, so I definitely want to give Mozzie credit for that. But thanks for the comment, Eddie Jones, 8540. All right, now my second comment is coming from a new subscriber. His name is Jawan Wells 5166. And he says, need to let Thomas play over Donovan Wilson. I agree 1,000%. I could not understand why Wanye Thomas isn't playing more. To me, he's our best cover safety. He's our best all-around safety, in my opinion, as far as coverage, as far as tackling. He's the best all-around safety that we have. And he didn't get his shot on the Zimmer like I thought he would have. But this is a whole new defensive system. And Eberflus seemed to like Thomas. I'm going to say it. I think Wanye Thomas will take over that position when the season starts. I really do. That's how much I believe in Wanye Thomas. All right? But I appreciate the comments. Jawan Wells, 5166. I appreciate you, man. All right, let's keep it moving. I want to give a shout out to these brothers who have started their pages and they're growing just like I am. The first one is the Star Lab podcast. This guy has some amazing stuff, man. He's really, really good in how he breaks down material and film and all that type of stuff. So I like Star Lab. What's your point? That's my My guy, the point man at the point man. The name of the show is called What's Your Point? And he is up and coming, man. He's doing well, just like I am. We are all up and coming content creators in this cowboy content. So definitely support him. My guy, JB Cowboys fan. Go to his page at Cowboys5. Please support this brother. This brother been doing good. At Uncle G's podcast. Check him out as well. He's an up and coming content creator that, he does a little bit of cowboy stuff, sports stuff, and also some stuff about your soul and religion. I like his page, man. You go check him out. Last guy, he has a following. He got a pretty big following, but I still want to give him a shout out at Sports Junkie 602. He got over about 14,000 followers, man. He's doing fantastic. I just want to get a brother a shout out, man, because he came and supported my page. And I just thought that was cool that he did that, man. So anyway, guys, I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Brian Schottenheimer, I wasn't on board with the hire. I wasn't. And even after the press conferences, after the OTAs, I still was hesitant to jump on this bandwagon. I see you doing something, but you ain't coached the game yet, brother. You ain't did nothing to show me you know what you're doing. After hearing the press conference today, you are our coach. You my coach. And I'm behind you 100%. I'm behind you 100%. I was a big fan of your father's, and now I'm a big fan of yours. So I'm down with you, bro. And you haven't coached a game yet, but something tells me that you're going to be fine. All right, guys, this is GenX Cowboy coming to you from Family First. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I plan to bring you guys some great content moving forward. Y'all stay up.